I'm Yasmine and I attend Glen Allen High School. Currently, schools have been closed nationwide due to the coronavirus, and no, this isn't just the flu. It has impacted millions just in the US and even more around the world. And although many families, including mine, have been staying quarantined, we still have to go out sometimes for necessities and food or to the grocery store. As recommended by the CDC, I do choose to wear a mask, but I can't say that I'm doing it with a smile on my face. It's so bothersome and annoying sometimes that I can't help but wonder, does this thing even work? So I decided to put it to the test. Firstly, I have the independent variable of my experiment, which was the mask type used. And so I have 3 pretty commonly used types of masks during this pandemic, which would be the cloth mask, constructional mask, and surgical mask. Typically, I've seen the cloth and the surgical mask being used more, but after this research project, reconsidering might not be a bad idea. N95 masks used in hospitals are fitted towards the face to ensure that there are no gaps, and they're also put through sensitivity tests. Based on this information, my hypothesis was if a surgical mask is worn, then we are more prone to infection. To begin, I started off with Febreze spray, which I thought was a great option since it had smell and taste, which are factors the N95 masks in hospitals are tested for. I also added green food coloring to the Febreze so I could observe how permeable each mask is and how much particles would pass through. I wore each mask and had the Febreze with food coloring sprayed at me from a distance of 6 feet, 3 feet, and 1 foot. This distance was one of my constants, and as a control group, I also had the Febreze sprayed at me at these distances with no mask on. At 6 feet with no mask on, I couldn't taste the spray, but I definitely felt it on my body and could smell it as well. All the masks could protect at 6 feet, which is great since this is the recommended distance for social distancing. At 3 feet, wearing no mask resulted in me being able to taste, smell, and feel the spray. The cloth and surgical masks were able to block out the taste and the feeling, but I could still smell it. And the constructional mask had the same results as when it was 6 feet. I couldn't taste or smell, and I couldn't feel the substance come through. Now it was time for the real test, 1 foot distance. To no surprise, just like 3 feet, 1 foot with no mask on was going to allow me to taste, smell, and feel the substance on my face. Once again, the surgical and cloth mask results were pretty much the same, but the surgical mask seemed to be a lot worse. Both masks blocked out taste but allowed the scent to come through, and when wearing the surgical mask, the scent was extremely strong. It was also apparent that at this 1 foot distance, the substance did come through both masks, since the food coloring was seen through the other side. Although the cloth mask only allowed a little drop to come through, as the surgical mask allowed a lot more. Lastly, we have 1 foot with the constructional mask. It shocked me that at even 1 foot, the constructional mask was able to protect from taste, smell, and it wasn't permeable. After researching and doing this experiment, I can conclude that at the recommended 6 feet for social distancing, yes, all masks actually do make a difference. But for anything closer or just in general, constructional masks are the best. While doing this experiment, I also noticed that the thickness and the fit of the mask also makes a difference. The constructional mask has 2 bands and is much better fitting than the surgical mask, and it's a lot thicker too. This actually makes a lot of sense, and now I have no wonders as to why it's so important that the nurses get the mask perfectly fitted on their face. Times like this can cause many people to feel stressed or anxious, so it's important to stay calm. Next time you leave your house during this pandemic, remember my face and remember to wear a mask. Thank you and stay safe.